Yellow, everybody. What's up? What's up? Okay, let me just check quickly. Things are audible. I'm audible. Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. Just making sure you guys can hear me. Things are working well before we get started because sometimes it has backfired with starting without doing proper checks. So we got it here. Okay. Looks like things are going well. Hopefully you guys can hear me, see me. Can you guys give a thumbs up if things are working well for you guys? And yeah, okay, I can hear myself and that's good. Okay. Sweet. Alright, lads. So I'll reduce the sensitivity a bit. Hello. Okay. So this is good. Alrighty, welcome everybody. So today we are going towards our continuing to our penetration tester 1 certificate for our try hack me, probably our first proper hacking certificate in this game. I'll start sharing my screen, and today we will cover something very interesting, that is Windows fundamentals. Windows fundamentals, why? Because as even mentioned by Rabbit yesterday, it's easy and it's fun to hack, and majority of the world when it comes to desktop environments use Windows. In the world of servers and technology, Linux is the most dominant and will remain the most dominant one. But when it comes to using by humans, it's undoubtedly Windows, right? Because of the schools and so many other places. So, with that being said, we'll get started with our Windows fundamentals, part 1 and 2 only. So, and then we'll play some chess, maybe, who knows. But yeah, we'll do that. And with that being said, let's get started with Windows fundamentals, try hack me, part of pre-security path. And I'll drink some water. Okay. Get hands-on access to Windows and its security controls. These basics will help you in identifying, exploiting, and defending Windows. Windows is the most popular operating system used by both individuals and corporate environments all around the world. This module will get you comfortable using some of the key Windows features in a safe environment, including user account permissions, resource management and monitoring, registry access, and security controls. So let's get into this Windows Fundamentals Part 1. In Part 1 of the Windows Fundamentals module, you will we'll start our journey learning about the Windows desktop, the NTFS file system, the UAC, the control panel, and more. I have no idea what UAC is, so let's quickly look. User access control. Okay, so which different user groups and privileges. That's good. Okay, so introduction to Windows. I've already joined this room, so let's do that and start. Don't have to start the attack box, I guess. Windows operating system, OS, is a complex product with many system files, utilities, settings, features, etc. This module will attempt to provide a general overview of just a handful of what makes the Windows operating system, navigate the user interface, make changes to the system, etc. The content is aimed at those who wish to understand and use the Windows operating system on a more comfortable level. Let's start with the Start Machine button below. So this one will help. 1 second. I'll open this in a new tab and close this guy. Okay, so this one is aimed to help us understand and use Windows operating system a bit more, make it a bit more comfortable for us. The virtual machine should open within your web browser. If you want to access the virtual machine via remote desktop, use the credentials, this one. So Let's do that. Actually, I would like to use remote desktop connection. Once we have the username and stuff, username will be administrator. IP once it's available. Remote desktop preferences, IP address, administrator, password, color depth. I don't know what color depth is. Accept the certificate when prompted, and you should be logged into the remote system now. Note, the virtual machine may take up to 3 minutes to load because Windows is slow, unlike our good Linux. And we can see it expires in 2 minutes, but it's not available yet. We can even do a split screen to see the progress. 66% done, so that's a good thing. It will take half a minute more. Till then, let's go towards Windows editions. The Windows operating system has a long story dating back to 1985, and currently it is the dominant operating system in both home use and corporate networks. Both of this, Windows have always been because of this, Windows has been always been targeted by hackers and malware writers. Because like simple, as a hacker, you are still trying to get money from your like people who you have hacked or exploited. So basically it's a return of investment, right? It's like since 1985, dominant operating system in both home use and corporate networks. Like home, everybody probably is majority of the people's first operating system is Windows. Then it comes to, because of the games and stuff, and then it comes to schools, offices, everywhere. People love that. So it's here available for us. And let's see, the IP address is this. So don't save. Wait, save it. That's good. Okay, so we have. Let's connect with remote desktop connection, because I would love to use the RDP's original software by Windows than the Windows like through the web browser, right? So let's see if we are able to connect using that. And you guys can start, because I think this is a free room. Remote desktop can't connect to another operation. Oh, probably I know why. Sorry. The reason for that is because I have to connect to the Open VPN for this. Let's not do that. Let's use the browser, I guess, then. Okay. Windows XP was a popular version of Windows and had a long running. Microsoft announced Windows Vista, which was a complete overhaul of the Windows operating system. Interestingly, I will tell you, Vista recently got a lot of popularity, because what Apple did is that they came up with this water design, or like transparent design for the new iOS, and it is basically Vista. They say it's revolutionary, blah blah blah. Everybody was like, okay, this is Vista. So there were many issues with Windows Vista. It wasn't received well by the Windows users, and it was quickly phased out. When Microsoft announced the end of life date of Windows XP, many customers panicked. Corporations, hospitals, etc. scrambled and tested the next viable Windows version, which was Windows 7. Interestingly, Windows XP was still used and is still used for, I can give you guarantee that there are reasons for me to believe that Windows XP was still used by hospital and a couple of big places even till 2019, even one decade almost after Windows XP should have been retired. So Windows 7 came. Against many other hardwares and devices, Windows 7 was tested. Vendors had to work against the clock to ensure their products worked with the Windows 7 for their customers. If they couldn't, their customer had to break their agreement and find another vendor that upgraded their products to work with Windows 7. It was a nightmare for many. Microsoft took note of it. Windows 7 was, as quickly as it was released soon after, was marked with an end of support date. Windows 8 and those 8.1, 8.2, which were also terrible, came and left, and it was short-lived, like Vista. Then arrived Windows 10, followed by Windows 11, which we are currently using. which is the current Windows operating system version for desktop environments. Windows 11 comes in two flavors, Home and Pro. So I believe I'm using the Pro one because of school. You get it for free. You can read the differences between Home and Pro here. I'll just drop this link. But good part is BitLocker drive encryption. This is a pretty cool thing because if I turn off my computer, right? Like let's say FBI can come into my house. I turn off my computer, it's all logged, it's all encrypted. It takes like good amount of time to start my computer, and that's what one of the proper things I learned from hacker stories. That's how they do it. I'm not a bad guy. I want to be a badass. Whatever. Even though we didn't talk about the servers, the current version of Windows operating system for servers is Windows Server 2025. This you can, I believe, if not Server 2025, you can get the 21 or 2022 for free for dev visuals or visuals dev essential visuals Windows Visual Studio Dev Essentials. Probably you can get some of the good softwares here for free. I'll drop this link. Do check it out. Really good resource for anyone. I'll make it big. That's what she said. Okay. Now, many critics like to bash on Microsoft, but they have made long strides to improve the usability and security with each new version of Windows. Note, the Windows edition of the attached virtual machine is Windows Server 2019 standard as seen in system information. So let's have a look. System information. Let's go. So operating system we have is Windows Server 2019. Let's see what is mine. Nothing crazy will come up, right? Version, blah, blah, blah. Intel, BIOS. Okay. Okay, I can show mine too then. System information. So I have Pro, as you guys can see. So that's a good, at least I'm happy. Update. As of June 2021, Microsoft announced the retirement dates for Windows 10 here. So we can see whatever is the date and stuff. So 2025, this year, October 14, end of support. Interesting. And there are various other versions of the servers and stuff, which is good. With probably Windows 11 don't have any, I guess. Windows will continue to support at least one Windows 10 semi-annual channel until October 14, 2025. As of 5th October 2021, Windows 11 now is the current operating system for end users. Read more about Windows 11 here, right? Whatever. Answer the following. What encryption can you enable on Pro that you can't on the Home? So this one we just talked about, bit encryption. BitLocker actually. The name of the stuff is BitLocker. Yeah. So that's like the operating system. If I lock out, if I lose power to my computer, just take it out. This is going to happen. The Windows Desktop, aka Graphical User Interface or GUI in short, is the screen that welcomes you once you log into Windows 10 machine. Traditionally, you need to pass the login screen first. The login screen is where you need to enter your valid credentials, usually a username and password of a pre-existing Windows user on that particular system or in the Active Directory environment. If it's a domain joined machine, which is like domain joined is like part of organization. The above screenshot is an example of typical Windows desktop. Each component that makes up the GUI, the graphical user interface, the thing you interact, not the command line, right? So let's see, what is one? Okay, one is the desktop, this blue, right? Start menu, search box, Cortana, task view, task bar, tools bar, right, and notification area here. The desktop is where you will have shortcuts to programs, folders, files, etc. These icons will either be well organized in the folders, sorted alphabetically, or scattered randomly with no specific organization on the desktop. In either case, these items are typically placed on the desktop for quick access. The look and feel of the desktop can be changed to suit your liking. By right-clicking anywhere on the desktop, a context menu will appear. This menu will allow you to change the sizes of the desktop icons, specify how you want to arrange them, copy-paste items onto the desktop, and create new items such as folder, shortcut, or text document. So basically, right-click on your Windows. So you can see the context menu, shortcuts, right? Create something new and stuff like that. Under display settings, you can change the screen's resolution, orientation. In case you have multiple operating screens, you can make configuration, okay, which one you want to prefer as the first one, next, right? All those things. Next is, note, in a remote desktop session, some of the display settings will be disabled, like I don't know which ones, like scaling and all those, I guess. You can also change the wallpaper in the personalization. Under personalize, you can change the background image of to the desktop, change font, themes, color schemes, etc. And then we have the start menu. In the previous version of the Windows, the word start was visible at the bottom left corner of the desktop GUI. In the modern version of the Windows, such as Windows 10, the word start doesn't appear anymore, but rather a Windows logo is shown instead. So here, Windows logo is shown. Earlier it was like start. The word start was visible. Even though the look of the start menu has changed, its overall purpose is still same. The start menu provides access to all the apps, programs, utilities, files, etc., which are helpful tools. On clicking this Windows logo, we'll see, right, whatever is like recent ones, the server later recently added, blah, blah, blah. Interesting, I never knew it was called start. I want to see Windows, let's say XP. Oh, we have a simulator. Oh, it used to be start. Oh. Like if you see here this image, let me take out a better image, a good quality image. Nope, not simulator, image. So Windows XP 1 had, interestingly, a start, but now we don't have any start. We have like just a Windows icon. So let's see this image. At least this has a better. So you see here is start here. If I make it smaller, so you guys can see. I'm an idiot. Okay, here. So this one has start. Now we have just a Windows icon, which is interesting change. They're right. TryHackMe is right in that case. It's interesting. I never noticed that, because I used to use Windows XP a lot. This section of the start menu provides quick shortcuts to actions that you can perform with your account or login session, such as making changes to your user account, lock your screen, or signing out of your account. Other shortcuts specific to your account are your documents in the document folder, right? Pictures folder. Lastly, the gear icon will take you to the settings screen. So we have this gear one, pictures, document, our user account, and the power option. The power icon will allow you to disconnect from remote desktop sessions. So when we are connected to a remote machine, this power icon here will take us out. Interesting. Can I click? No, I should not click. I'll do at the very end. Shut down the computer and restart the computer. In the below image, you can see what each of the icons represent. to expand this session. So this session will shortly will show you recently added apps at the top, all of the installed apps, and based on their like naming and stuff, right? When you click start, in the above image, the first box is where the recently added, like the newly downloaded apps are there. The section box is where all the installed apps will appear. In your virtual machine, Google Chrome will show up as recently added. You know why Chrome is showing up as recently added? Because all these other apps are actually built in to your system. Only Chrome is not. So it was part of the installation instructions, right, which were through a script. That's why this is the latest one. Windows doesn't come automatically with Google Chrome, right? You open your Edge. First browser you all open was either Explorer or Edge now. Go on google.com and download the Chrome. That's all you do. Thank you, Edge. If you have a long list of installed programs, you can jump to a particular section in the list by clicking on the letter heading to launch the alphabetic grid. Wait, hold up. I never knew that. Hey, if you have a long list of installed apps, you can jump to a particular section in the list by clicking on the letter heading to launch. So if I have it here, all. Oh, I never knew that. That's sick. So if I go to N, oh, this is sick. I never knew that. Have you guys tried this before? Is it I'm the only one new, or this is sick? This is a good emission. So it starts with number 3D viewer. Nice. The white letters match the letter heading. Nice. The right side of the start menu is where you find icons. Oh, one sec. Find icons for specific apps, programs, or utilities. These icons are shown as tiles. Some tiles are added to this section by default. If you right click any of the tiles, you guessed it, a menu will appear to allow you to perform more actions on the selected tile or the app, such as resizing the tile, pinning to the start menu, or other properties. Like you do that all the time with, like, you know, with the PowerShell. So if I have here P, where is PowerShell? Here. So I right click on this, run as administrator, which I do all the time, or a different user. You can pin them. Windows Server has server management and some other tools. The taskbar, some of the components are enabled by and visible by default. The taskbar, for example, enable demonstration purposes. If you like me to want to disable some of these components, you can right click on the taskbar, bring up the context menu, and do those changes. So if I click here, taskbar settings, interesting. If you didn't see, if you see at the bottom left, task manager and taskbar, and I have taskbar settings here. Task view, widgets, interesting. Pen menu, nice. I like it. So any app programs will start appear in the taskbar. Hovering open the icon will provide you preview thumbnail along with the tooltip. The tooltip is handy if you have many apps such as Google Chrome. You wish to find which instance of Google Chrome is the one you need to bring into focus. When you close any of these items, they will appear from the taskbar unless you explicitly pinned it to the taskbar. The notification area is where, typically located at the bottom right of the Windows screen, is where the date and time are displayed. Other icons supposed to be visible in the area, right? So like volume, our Wi-Fi, and dates, and all those other things. From there, scroll bar to the notification area section to make changes. There are Microsoft Brief documents for start menu and notification area. I'll just point it here. Say if you guys are interested in looking at those more. and notification area. I don't know who might want to. Might be a way to hack something. Who knows? You can right click on any folder, file, program, or icon to view more information or perform other actions on the clicked item. Which section will hide or disable search box? I have no idea. Search. Now, which selection will hide or disable search box? Okay, on the start, there is installed apps, power options, system, event, shutdown, sign out. In settings, search, if I do, cloud search settings, I have no idea. Can we disable it? Which selection will hide or disable the search area? Search settings, work history. I don't know. Let's look search box. Go down. The start menu at the bottom. Is this search? Start is one. No. Do you guys know how I can disable the search option? Oh wait. Taskbar? No. Search? No. Menu? No. Holy, I don't know. Disable search. Or hide search? No. Search box. Undo paste? No. Search. Yo, what the hell? Start menu. Hide. Let's search. Which selection will hide or disable the task view button? Okay, so should be in settings then. Task bar settings. Task view. Taskbar items. Task bar items. Search box. Oh wait. There's search box. Search. Hide. SEARCH. Search should work here. And there's no hint. Okay. That is hitting my brain. Task view button. Beside clock and network, which other icon is visible on the notification area? Time and clock. Okay. Clock and network. Language. No. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, date and time. Taskbar, TSK. No. Okay, let's go slowly. Notification area. Volume icon. Okay. No, volume is one. Okay, that's good. One, we got volume. Windows screen at the bottom. Notification area, which is located in the Windows screen. Date and time are displayed. Other icons possibly visible in the area. Wireless. So network is not. clock network date or programs. Programs, no. PROGRA, no. Right clicking the icon. There is volume, apps. Dude, this is a stupid exercise. Holy hell. Notification. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go check somewhere. Notification settings. I have focus, notification, do not disturb. I don't know. Okay, let's Google this. Hidden. This selection will hide us. Disable the text view button. Remove the flag in the option task view button. Show task view button. These are all Windows 10 related answers. I think this has changed. Show task view button. Okay, so let's see. Show task view or just task view. Yeah. Taskbar items should be like something. Volume is 1 for sure. Power. Huh. No. Not power. Network. Volume. And stuff. Visible in notification area. Action, the file system. I'll just look at the answer for this. I'm not paying much brain cells on this. Beside clock, action center. That's the answer. Okay. Action center. Where the hell is the action center? Notification settings. Suggested Windows security. Thursday. Premium edition. Upgrade to experience. No hell. No. Okay. I have no idea where the hell this is. Action center icon. Oh, here somewhere. I don't have it. That's why, probably. Is this the action center? No. Show hidden icons. Microphone in use. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's not for me. Action center. Control panel is coming. Nope. Okay. Probably a Windows 10 thing. Probably not for us. Action center is more like a settings thing. Which is fine. I think we don't have to care because this is just the GUI. Now main hacking stuff or learning comes. The file system used in modern version of Windows is the new technology file system or simply NTFS. Let's look what NTFS says. NTFS overview, new technology file system is the default file system for modern Windows-based operating systems. It provides advanced features including security descriptor, encryption, disk quotas, and support for rich metadata, enhancing both security and data management. Additionally, NTFS seamlessly integrates with clustered shared volumes, CSV, which is a different one. This is not the same your Excel produce. Allowing highly available storage that multiple nodes in a failover cluster can access concurrently. Okay. This integration ensures continuous data availability and resilience. And it has increased reliability, security, support for large volumes, formatting requirements for large files, maximum file name and path, flexible allocation. See also. Interesting. So next time, that's why actually when you create a different version or like a multiple, what's this called? What is the right name for it? So when you're creating a partition, I think that's the right name. Yeah. When you're creating a partition for your thing, this is it, right? This is what you need. NTFS. So now we know, which is a good thing, why NTFS is chosen. Before NTFS, there was FAT16, FAT32, File Allocation Table, and HPFS, High Performance File System. You will see FAT partitions in use today. For example, you typically use FAT partition in USB devices, micro SD cards, etc. But traditionally, not on personal Windows computers, laptops, or Windows Server. NTFS is known as a journaling file system. In case of failover, the file system can automatically repair folders, files on disk using information stored in a log file. The information is not possible with FAT. So don't be FAT or don't use FAT. Use NTFS. NTFS addresses many of the limitations on the previous file system, such as supports files larger than 4 GB, set specific permissions on folders and files, folder and file compression, encryption, file system or EFS. So let's look at this. This is interesting. File encryption. The file encryption file system or EFS provides an additional level of security for files, once again, and directories. It provides cryptographic protection of similar files on NTFS file system volumes with a particular public key system. Okay, typically to access control to file and directory objects provided by the Windows. So this is what you are using when you are probably like encrypting all those files with things, right? Because I do that. I'll show something. So you see, like for example, this one. You see this particular menu I have. Let me just open this in Paint. Want to show you something. This is the bank folder I have, right? Or I'll make it better. The bank folder I have, there is a. Do you see this? The encryption logo. That's what probably it is. Public key system. Because it can only open on my computer, not anywhere else. It has different versions. Note that following items cannot be encrypted: compressed ones, system files, directories, root directories, transactions. Nice. This is actually a good one. Need to send it to you guys. I think I have to read all these with time. If you are running Windows, what is the file system your computer installation is using? You can check the properties. Right click on the drive you in your operating system installed, and typically it goes C drive. Probably mine is also NTFS. Let me see. Screenshots. This PC. Mine is like, I need to start allocating it properly. But yeah. So properties. NTFS for me as well. Used up 1 terabyte, 63 GB left. Need to start using things properly. You can read Microsoft's official documentation of FAT, HPFS and NTFS. Let's look quickly. FAT overview, HPFS overview, NTFS overview. Most simplistic file system format for Windows NT. So Windows NT is actually, if I'm not wrong, is for server, right? Windows NT is a proprietary graphical operating system produced by Microsoft as part of Windows product line. NT 1993. Multiple user system. So yeah, probably like for a server and stuff in 1993. And still that system, at least file storage is used, the fat one. Then we have is only supported under NT versions. Do not support. I cannot access HPFS partitions. Okay. This is a good one. This is a good. One sec. Let me get you this. This is a really good article. I need to go through this too after the stream. Let's speak briefly on some features that are specific to NTFS. One thing I want to do is quickly I want to stand up because I don't feel the best. Woo! But we have let's speak briefly on some features that are specific to NTFS. Our main guy here, right? And hopefully you guys can see me properly. On NTFS system, you can set permissions that grant or deny access to files and folder, which is good. I think if you are giving to anybody else, the permissions are full control, modify, read and execute, file folder, list folder content, read. This is more like almost better than Linux at this point. And let's give me 1 minute. I have to quickly go to the washroom. I'll be quickly back in a minute. Till then, I'll just play a good song for you guys.
64 seconds. That's how long it takes your brain to recover.
Okay, thank you, John Carpenter, for such a crazy good theme song. Okay, I'm back. Let's get this going. As we were reading about the NTFS file system and the privileges or the permissions given to the different contents on your computer. So now with the NTFS file volume, not the fat one, not FPHS, this one, NTFS one, the new file system, new technology file system, right? We have full control, so we can do whatever we want. We can modify, but probably not give control or change the other people's permission. Read and execute. So for we can read a script, execute it, can't modify it, right? List folders content, we can see what's inside the folder, but we can't even read or anything do that. Read a particular file, write to a particular file. The below image lists the meaning of each permission and how it applies to files and folder. Credit Microsoft. What is the link given to it? File and folder permission. Chapter 13 Windows 2000 Administrator. Pocket Consultant. Okay. So from a book. And this is an old one. I thought NTFS was pretty new. It's just given new as the name. Interesting. So from 2000, Windows 2000 Administrator, this came. Okay, and this has like a good list. Okay. Now let's read. Read permits viewing and listing of files or subfolders. Viewing of meaning for files, meaning for folders, right? Permits viewing or accessing the file's content, so I can see what's written in a text file or whatever. Write permits adding to the files of subfolder. I can change the folder structure or something, add something. Permits viewing and listing of files subfolder as well as executing files inherited by files and folders. Permits viewing, accessing content as well as executing them. List. We can't list things inside a file, but inside folder, what all things or what all files are there. That's why it says list folder contents, right? Modify. We can change. Reading, writing, right, allows deletion. So other before one, read and execute doesn't allow deletion. And full control, changing and deleting of files and subfolders. But also probably that will include if I have full control over a particular thing or like a folder, I can like change controls for other people as well, right? Just like if in Linux we are doing that. You can view the permissions of for a file and folder. Right click on the file or folder, context menu, properties, click on security tab, group or username list. Select the user, computer and group. Let's do that. I don't want to do it for, I'll do for my Marvel rivals. So if we see here, security, groups or users, right? And I can say if I have full control, modify, blah, blah, blah. Same thing for everyone else. But let's say if I want to do it for photos of wedding, not my wedding, but like here I have security, write, special permissions, blah, blah, blah. What do I have? Because I don't think I have another user. That's the chain. That's the issue. Can I do it for something else? Probably let me try some system files. No, let's not do that. Maybe you guys can try with something, right? You guys want to do. In the below image, you can see permission for users group. Doesn't allow full control or modify for Windows folder, which is interesting. So if I go to local disk, Windows. Okay, this is probably by me. I have to check this. But if I go to properties, security. So what things I have, I don't have full control. I cannot modify things inside. I can read, list, read and execute things inside it like games and stuff. But I can't write to it. I should be allowed to write to it. What the hell? Can't I create a new one? Oh, okay, I don't have this permission for Windows. Interesting. Might be in future. I will love to look into how to hack this and give myself permissions, which is cool. Account unknown. Who the hell is account unknown? I need to look what this is. Okay, I don't know what this account unknown is. SF1. Am I getting hacked? This is edit. Special permissions. Why there is special permission? Okay, let's have a look. In Windows security, I see account unknown as a user. Account unknown entry is permission to a file or service such as Windows, which is the executable of Windows. Typically occurs when an account is previously had permission and deleted or... Okay. So this guy also have the same thing, account unknown. This often happens if the user account deleted. Okay, domain account no longer valid. Service account, probably a service account. Okay. Okay, it's not a problem. I'm not getting hacked. That's a good thing to know. Nice. Refer to the Windows documentation to get a better understanding of the NTFS permission for special permissions. Another feature of NTFS is alternative data streams, ADS. Alternative data stream, ADS, is a file attribute specific to Windows NTFS. Every file has at least one data stream, this variable data, and the ADS allows files to contain more than one stream of data. Natively, Windows Explorer doesn't display ADS to the user. There are 3 third-party executables that can be used to view this data, but when PowerShell gives you the ability to view ADS for files for a specific security perspective. Malware writers have used ADS to hide data. Holy, this is some good stuff. Need to look more into this. I'll paste this so because I go to my streams all the time back to understand how things are going, or even if I'm audible enough properly doing good things. 1 second, I'll do this and then. So need to look into this ADS thing a bit more. Once I start writing malwares, that would be useful, but okay. And we have 1 sec. I'll make sure no messages or stuff. Okay. For all this, its users are malicious. Not all its users are malicious. For example, when you download a file from the internet, there are identifiers returned to ADS to identify that the file was downloaded from the internet. To learn more about ADS, refer to the following link from Malwarebyte here. Bonus, if you wish to interact hands-on with ADS, I suggest exploring Day 21 of Advent of Cyber 2. Okay, I think that's what I would love to do this. Okay, so first let me paste this, and I'm not going to close this one. And we have Advent of Cyber from 2020, Day 21. One of the little helpers logged into the work session only to realize that the database connector file has been replaced and he can't find the naughty list anymore. Furthermore, upon executing the database connector file, a taunting message has been displayed hinting that the file was moved to another location. MacEgger has been notified and he will put the pieces together to find the database connector file. Watch Darkstar's video on solving the task here. Find where database connector file is hidden using forensics like investigate techniques. Okay, so we have remote desktop, connect to it, blah, blah, blah. And they talk about ADS stream. Okay, so this is something then on our list. Let me create another group out of this, right? Take it out. Add to new group, to do. And put it as blue. And I have malware bytes. This one, advent of cyber, this here. Okay. Put it here. Nice. This is, I think, I'm going to look more into, and we can do it over the weekend then, because I want to start hacking more than less learning. What is the meaning of NTFS file system, which we do for partition? New technology file system to help us with better control, access control and stuff, which FAT and HPFS doesn't. Windows System 32 folder. You all have seen this. Windows folder, the one we don't have permission to modify as even as the user or the owner of the computer, is traditionally known as the Windows folder, which contains the Windows operating system. The folder doesn't have to reside in the C drive necessarily. It can reside in any other drive and technically can reside in a different folder, which is where environment variables, more specifically system variables, come into play. So that's what we change when we download our Python. Even though not discussed yet, the file system environment variables for Windows directory is windir, right? Windows directory. And you can see actually system variables, environment variables. If I go, this is where you have to change it, right? Environment variables, windir, let's see. Windows 32 drive, command, exe, driver, all those. Right? You see Windows, the one pointing to the Windows operating system, wherever the Windows operating system is. Windir, here, this is the one. Hard to see. Let me just take a quick screenshot of this guy. Paste it here. You guys see Windir pointing to Windows. So once we do it, like we change it, we have to change every single one of those. As per Microsoft, environment variables store information about the operating system environment. This information includes details such as operating system path, the number of processors used by the operating system, and the location for temporary folders. There are many folders within the Windows folders, see below. So we have NTFS, app, patch, assembly, boot, branding, debug, blah blah, digital locker, nice, drivers, which is important, right, for NVIDIA if you are running AI, games, GTA Vice City and share. One of the many folders is System 32 inside Windows. The System 32 folder holds the important files that are critical for the operating system. You should proceed with extreme caution when interacting with this folder. Accidentally deleting any file or folder within System 32 can render the Windows operating systems inoperational. Read more about the actions here. So let's modify some of these files. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not modifying. There's too much information on this computer. But I'm definitely going to have a look. Can I increase? Oh, I have to increase the font. Can I just increase the font here? I'll look next time actually, I think. Hopefully you guys can see. Can you see things like what's going on, right? I'll go System 32. User profile. Do we even have permissions to change it? Let's look at properties, security. As a user, I cannot modify. I can read and execute. So I can execute Windows, but I can't change anything. CA. So there various, like, I think language related stuff as well. What is this? Best practices. Version 1, models, Microsoft, Windows, Hyper-V, and a bunch of PSD, PowerShell files. COM, drivers, let's see drivers. I have a bunch. NVIDIA has some, right, for me. Probably Adobe probably does too. Epic does too. Do I have Epic here? For Fortnite and Marvel Rivals? No. NVIDIA is definitely Intel. Yeah, Intel does too because I had to install Intel drivers so my CPU doesn't get roasted. I want to sue those motherfuckers. Sorry for saying that word. Sorry. Okay, now let's look a bit more into this. So, read more about actions here. So, file system folders, not this one. Okay, let's read here what it says. What is Windows 32, how to geek, and why you shouldn't delete it. Okay, nice. I think I'll put it in to do with the other guys. What is Windows 32 folder, how to delete your Windows 32 folder, how to check for malware. Nice. Interesting stuff for sure. What is the system variable for Windows folder? System variable is, I showed you windir for directory. And you guys can see, right? I showed you this, windir in the variables one. And this is where it has to point to your Windows operating system files. You change this, your Windows is gone. Do it. User accounts can be one of the two types on a typical local Windows machine, administrator or standard user. I believe we are standard user, right? The user account type will determine what actions you can perform on that specific Windows system. And we are administrator actually. Can make changes to the file system, add user, delete user, so we can do that. Modify groups, so like guest and stuff. Hyperion, what's up? What's that? Let me check. Boo. Indeed, Windows boo. It's crazy. I was reading so many things about Windows. I was like, holy, never knew. I never actually paid attention what NTFS is, FAT 16, FAT 32, all those. And Windows is boo. But you have to learn it for hacking, right? How are you doing though? How are you doing? Did you went for a walk today? I'm sorry, I should have posted. I forgot posting my picture. I'll post my pictures right after. I forgot about it. But how's your day going? And please tell me you did went for a walk. A standard user, right? Till then, let's complete this as well. How much is left? It's a lot of information. I didn't think it will be this much information. We'll be learning it. You good? Nice. I'm doing good too, buddy. Thank you so much for asking. I honestly this is kind of boring. So I want to get it done ASAP so we can start towards hacking and stuff. I want to do some hacking, man. This is way too boring. Right? But at least it's not going to lie. This is good information, learning about what file system, how to change it, so what benefits I get. Interesting, right? With the USB backup files and stuff. But holy hell, I don't like it. Because it's kind of boring. It's useful information, but it's boring. Okay, so let's look into this. So as a standard user, I can make changes to the files and folders, right? Attributed to the user. Can't perform system level changes, such as install programs. Like I can't install Google if I'm just a standard user. You are currently logged in as an administrator. There are several ways to determine which user accounts exist on the system. Start menu, other user, shortcut. So let me extend my time first. So here we have what was the instruction? Sorry. Other users, system settings, and other users. Okay. Settings. Let's see. Where is other users? User profile settings. Let me close this guy. Computer description. Device manager. Advanced performance user profiles. So let's look at this. So we have 3 users. Default profile. Can I increase the font? I need to increase the font. But if we go, I can't even engage. Administrator, try hack me Billy. Try hack me Billy. Interesting. Okay. And there is other users too. So let's look at that. Other users. That's in system properties. This is in settings. So we have try hack me local account. change account type, standard to administrator. Let's see. Oh, we are administrator. Can I add somebody else? Local user, more actions, view, users, action, new user. Username, let's say censored hacker. Oh, you're outside buying some food? Yo, that still counts. That still counts. Nice, nice. I'm happy. Even while grocery shopping, you came to just say hi and like watch it. I am happy. Thanks, man. Or Hyperion description. Yo. Confirm password. Hello world. 1 second. Why kept it? Hello world. Hello world. So I added a user. The following error occurred attempting to create. The password does not meet the password policy length and stuff. Okay, so hello world 123. Hello world 123. Let's see. It created it, I guess. Nice. Users, more actions, local users, view. Okay, let's see. Let me check again. So settings. No. Didn't add it. Oh wait, here it is. Hyperion is one of the users on the system now. Nice. I never added another extra user on a Windows system, which is interesting. If we click on it, a settings window will appear. See below. We see it. Since you are the administrator, you see an option add someone else to this PC. Note, a standard user will not see this option. Click on the local user account. More actions should appear. Change account type and remove. Click on the change account type, right? A drop down in the current account type. So we have current account type currently was standard. When your user is created, a profile is created for the user. Location for the user profile will follow under C drive. C user. So let's see that. Desktop, PC, C drive, program files, users. Oh, users. So we have Billy and stuff. Can I refresh? Try hack me Billy administrator. No, that one wasn't created. Windows. Is users a thing here? QRSTU. No, not STU is not there. Okay. Interesting that users folder is not created after I created the user. Okay, let's see what's going. So Max should have been created if it was Mac. The creation of the user profile is done upon initial login. When a new user logs into the log system for the first time, you'll see several messages on the login screen. One of the messages, user profile services, sits on the login screen for a while. Okay, so when it is creating, wait for user profile service, creating the user profile. I see. So the C drive in that folder, this is what's going on when you are creating a folder, when you sign in, creating a user profile. Once logged in, the user will see a dialog box similar to the one up below, indicating the profile creation, setting up personalized settings. Let's do it. Okay, go back, change account settings. Oh no. Sign out. Reconnect. Can I only sign in as... yeah, I can only sign in as that person. Huh. Change account settings, change profile is not an option. Documents, no. Pictures, no. Settings, power is not an option, right? How do I like log out and... Oh, control, alt, delete. Nope, not for mine, not for mine, not for mine. Wait, keyboard. Oh, on screen. On screen keyboard. Let's see if we can do it here. Control Alt Delete. Command, click your user title and choose an option. To use the command available. Control Alt Delete is not here, just this is the one. Okay. Click on my user title. Browse local users, sign in options. I can't change my profile. And this is a standard user. Interesting. So I can't change it right now, which is okay, I guess, fine. You guys can try it on your system. Let me know how it goes. So each user profile will have all these 5 options: music, downloads, desktop, blah blah blah. Another way to access this information and then some is using local user or group management. Right? Create a guest user group. Right click on the start menu, click run. Type this. Okay. Run and stuff. Okay. So it will run a program for me. So to show everybody, right, I'm using this. This will be create as administrator. I will do this. Okay, local users and group. Local LUSR, so local user and group manager. Okay. So I have this. Can I create a new group then? I'm in the group. I create new group. Guest. Hello. The following error occurred while attempting to create a group. The account already exists. So guest is already there. Hackers. Okay, so it's creating. I guess it's created it. So if I go this PC again, do I see something? No, groups. Is groups a thing? I have to check. Back to LUSRMGR, right? The program, users and groups. You see 2 folders. If you click the groups, you'll see all the names of local groups along with the brief description of each. So I'll just run the same thing again then. Run to see what's going on, right? If I see groups, more actions, refresh. Can I see the list of all groups? No. Oh wait, I have to double click. So there is so many other options. So we have access, control, administrator, users, Hyper-V group. Hackers is the group I created, so that's cool. Hello is the description I gave using Explorer. What a great thing. And administrator, there is try hack me. There is guest. Okay, I want to create a new user here. So Hyperion. Okay. Does it create? No, I think I have to first time lock it in. I have to load it at least once. Oh no, wait, here is this. Hacker, censored hacker, mine is here. Hyperion is here. Okay. And try hack me Billy is here. Nice. So I can see all the users. I would try it, right? I would love to try it. I don't want to see right now. Show something on my system which can bite me in the back later. Because some people are really good hackers here. So we'll do it after, and you should try it on your system. If you click on groups, you will see all the names of the local groups along with the brief description of each group. Each group has permissions set to it, and users are assigned added to the groups by administrator When a user is assigned to a group, the user inherits the permission of that group. So basically, if you're part of the dev group or administrator group, you will get all their permissions, right? A user can be assigned to multiple groups. If you click on add someone else to this PC with from other users, local user and man, it will open up the same thing. Name of other user account. Try hack me Billy. Group. What group is the user a member of? Okay, let's see. Let's see the description. Properties. Description Windows $fun1. Member of remote desktop users, right? Windows $fun1. Probably it's going to be useful to copy this. Account description is Windows Fun1, right? I think remote desktop users, remote desktop users, comma, and what else? Admin, I think. No. Member of users. Wait, users is not going to be fitting in. General member of profile environment member of profile environment. Okay, so member of, it says users remote. Okay, so let's see. Users. Okay, yeah, it works. Never mind, I could not read. Okay, perfect. What built-in account is for guest access to the computers? Guest. Don't even have to see this. Haha. Okay, let's see the run I have for today. 1.5 hours, not bad. So UAC is a lot still. Settings and control panel. Okay, this is still, and task manager. Okay, I think for now today I'll stop here because I haven't had my lunch. What I will do, because this is kind of boring, honestly, what I will do is let's see and cover it little by little. But on Sunday I will come, right? Sunday we'll do some interesting thing. I want you guys to like find some good articles on hacking related to cybersecurity or AI, right? Find me some good articles. Let's read through those together and become better. I'll come with that. And you know where to post it is Reddit hacker group right here. Do post it here. So because I think right, this one is too boring right now. Do you want to like I don't know how you want me to cover the Windows one. It's like very boring. I don't know if you guys are learning anything. Are you guys learning? Like, is it good? Or should I continue right now? Should I complete task 7, 8, 9? Let's just do it, right? Maybe? Yeah, let's just large majority of the users, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to continue today. It's like way too boring. Well, okay, I'll just push. Okay, user account control. The large majority of home users are logged into their Windows system as local administrators. Remember from the previous task that any user with administrator as the account type can make change to the system. So we can become way more bigger than just local administrator. A user doesn't need to run with high elevated privileges on the system to run tasks that don't require such privileges, such as surfing the internet, working on a Word document, etc. This elevated privilege increases the risk of system compromise because it makes it easier for malware to infect the system. So because every program you run, like game and stuff, if you run it like as you administrator, it will get more privileges, right? So you don't want to do that. Consequently, since the user account can make changes to the system, malware would run in the context of the logged in user. To protect the local user with such privileges, Microsoft introduced User Access Control (UAC). This concept was first introduced with the short-lived Windows Vista (RIP) and continued with the versions of Windows that followed. Note, UAC by default doesn't apply for the built-in local administrator account. How does UAC work? When a user with an account type of administrator logs into a system, the current session doesn't run with elevated privileges. When an operation is required, higher level privileges needs to be executed. The user will be prompted to confirm if they permit the operation to run. So they will be asked whether you want to run it as an administrator or not. So it's not always good to run as an administrator, whichever program you are running. Can I increase the light? Okay, yeah. Let's look at the program on the accounts you are currently logged in. The built-in administrator account, right-click to view its properties. In the security tab, we can see user groups and their permissions to this file. Notice that the standard user is not listed. Okay, hold up. So we have security for. Let's look at the program on the account you are currently logged in. Built-in administrator account. Right-click on to view the properties. Security tab, users and group, their permissions to this file. Okay. Hold up. Where exactly to Wireshark one? Okay. So we have Wireshark properties. And I will close all this around here. Yes, cancel. So I look at security here, right? Okay, so local user, like the one I created, Hyperion on all those, even Billy is not part of it. Okay, interesting. Okay. So right click, built-in administrator account, right? Security, users group and the permission to this file. Notice that the standard user is not listed. So the Hyperion one I created. Log in as the standard user and try to install this program. To do this, you can remote access into the machine as the standard user. So user and password to this thing, right? It's visible in LSRMGR miscellaneous. Before installing the program, notice the icon. So let's try this. I have to start my attack box. So let me quickly do that. Nope, not this. My other account will quickly open here. Yeah, so this one open here. So second. Now let's try to, because this will take couple of like hardly a minute to come up because it's a Linux one. We'll remote login, and we have Hyperion and Hello World password to it, so we can log into that. That's good. Before installing program, notice the icon. Do you see the difference? When you're logged in as the standard user, the shell icon is on program's default icon. Okay. Reconnect. So we don't see a shell icon here. Probably that means like protected or stuff. So here, this one, shell one. This shield icon is an indicator that UAC will prompt to allow higher level privileges to install the program. Right click the program, you will see UAC prompt. Notice that the built-in administrator account is already set as the username and prompts the account password. This is what you see when you are like trying to install something miscellaneous in your university or account. Now I know. Now I would like to go in and try to do something to their system. Just for fun. Failed to connect to server. Why? Why, buddy guy? Oh, it's still working. 75%. That's why. Okay, that's fine. So now this tells you when you try to install something miscellaneous, malicious or anything, why the shield icon here comes. Open image to make you better look. The shield icon on some of the programs. That's interesting. So I can change my privileges to remove this so I can run without any administrator. That'll be interesting. I would love to try. After some time, if a password is not entered, the UAC prompt disappears, the program does not install or even run. This feature reduces the likelihood of a malware successfully compromising your system. You need to read more on UAC here. So let's open this. How user account control works. Ask, learn. Okay, so I think I'll post this here because I need to go through these. I think you guys need to do. I love this Windows boo. This is very hilarious. UAC is user access account control. Yeah. And so, okay, we are here in the Linux, right? Let's use our RDP to attack or connect. Where is RDP? I have hardly ever used it. Accessibility, nope. Should be in somewhere here. System tools, programming, others, RDP, nope. Office, internet, graphics, education, accessibility, password cracking, web. No. Okay, let me quickly check. 1 second, lads. Let's go back to task 1, which they had it, in which they had this thing. Remote desktop preferences. Remote desktop, right? IP address and all those things. I'll close this guy. There's no search bar, which is, I hate that fact. Remote desktop, cardio, applications. Where's the remote desktop for attacks in the attack machine? Medusa. Web. Scanning, fireware. System. Where is remote desktop in this? Desktops. Where is this remote desktop in this, man? Remote desktop preferences. I don't think I have remote desktop. Okay, try hack me. In attack box. Windows RDP activity. No, everybody's saying how to RDP inside, not talking about if there is. I don't think so. There is a RDP. Do you guys know if there is a RDP system in here? Key press X accessibility. No. Passwords and key, graphics, internet. If there is none. Oh wait, this guy will do it. Login password. I don't know. Try hack me. What is the? I don't know the password for this. Holy hell! Who knows the password for the attack box? What the hell? Why am I paying? The login do not get unlocked when you logged into your computer. Is the password here? Oh, here is the password in the URL. The password was incorrect. Okay, whatever. I have to hack this. I don't know how to hack this thing. Remote desktop connection, RDP. That's good. Okay, it opened. Okay, quick connect. Group protocols, RDP. Username server. Server is. Let's do this now. I don't know if you guys can see it. Probably 1 minute. Or let me do hyper or censored hacker. Okay. Certification, yes. Cancel. Okay, can I add? Okay, let's see this. Now this is interesting where our brain power will be used. I'm opening users ones, right? And we have the group. I want to see the remote desktop group. I want to see, okay, first let's see the user. The admin user I have, more actions, view. So I have my user, administrator guy. I'm member of administrators. And try hack me Billy, member of remote desktop users and stuff. So I want to see this one. Users and remote desktop users. So I will go to back to users, censored hacker. Or wait, I have to go to groups. Where is remote desktop users? Desktop users. Add censored hacker. Okay. Add, apply. Okay. And also to the users group I want to add. Censored hacker is there. And I will add, maybe not to the administrator one for now. Password is hello world. Domain is not needed. Save password, yes. Okay. Cancel this thing. Could not you access this? Why? Can I change the password of the user first to make sure? Member of this description. No. Apply. Remote control. Remote desktop, dial in. Apply. Okay. Can I change the user's password? Somehow environments, okay, session, path, member of, okay. Why it's not allowing now? Hopefully it allows. Okay, it's allowing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beauty. So I have a Windows machine. I created a new user, added to a different group, which allowed it, and now I have access to this. So now let's say if I want to see, this one won't give me issues because this is not considered as privileged one required. So now if I do Wireshark download, can I make it better? The view wise, changed, no, okay, now the view is better. So that's good. Oh, it's not going to run the Wireshark. Can I copy? Copy this. I have the PC users. Censored hacker is one of them now. In desktop, I will paste this. So let's see if as censored hacker I see it. I have Wireshark now in my desktop. You guys see this now. I'm getting administrator. Here I don't need the administrator privileges. It will just work. Wireshark will work when I am the administrator, but will give me the prompt to enter the administrative ones. This is so good, much learning. This is such a good one. But it's taking time, which is at least fine. I don't know if it's allowed to run. Yes. So administrator password. I don't know the password of the administrator. Probably mine one, but whatever. So yes, run this. Do you want to run? I do not get any password prompts from here. Noted. Blah blah blah. Next. Canceling it because don't need. Just wanted to show. Just wanted to show. This was all for show. And good for learning, right? Settings and control panel. On Windows system, the primary location to make changes are the settings menu and the control panel. For a long time, the control panel has been the go-to location to make system changes such as adding a printer, uninstall a program, etc. The setting menu was introduced in Windows 8, the first Windows operating system catered to touch screen tablets, and is still available in Windows 10. So settings menu is available in Windows 10. As a matter of fact, the settings menu is now the primary location a user goes to if they are looking to change the system. There are similarities and differences between the two menus. Below are such screenshots of such. So Windows settings and control panel. There is system and security. First one is the system, network, and internet. There's personalized. I don't think personalized here. Clock, region, ease of access. Update and security, probably part of the security here. Privacy I don't see. Search, interestingly, is there. Interesting things. Apps, part of it already. The icons of the settings might be different in the version of Windows on your personal device. Both can be accessed from start menu below. So control panel, right? Control panel is the menu where you will access more complex settings and perform more complex actions. In some cases, you can start in settings and end up in the control panel. For example, in settings, click on network and internet. From here, click on change adapter options. Status, network adapter. Notice that the next window that pops up is from the control panel. Okay. So you see, like, it just basically is kind of shortcut to the control panel thing. If you are unclear which to open, if you wish to change a setting, use start menu and search for it. In the example below, the search was wallpaper. Notice the few results have returned. So one is in system settings. Change the wallpaper on lock screen, background image, show Windows background images. If we click on the best match, a window in the settings menu appears to change the wallpaper. This is good, interesting stuff. In the control panel, change to view a small icons. What is the last setting in the control panel view? Okay. So let's go control panel. View small category. Wait, hold up. What was asked? Change the view to small icon. What is the last control panel view? Small icons. Last is troubleshooting. No. Oh, Windows Defender and Firewall. Windows Defender and Firewall. Windows security comes last, lads. That's why every company likes to get hacked. Till they are hacked, they won't learn their lessons. So hack the companies who don't take security properly, especially of its user, because they don't have good security in first place. Task manager, last subject that will be touched on is this module in that is the task manager. You guys have seen this, right? Because this is I have shown you like there is kill commands, kill commands to kill a process or a program, but task manager is like a GUI of that. The task manager provides information about the application and processes currently running on your system, how much, what they are using and stuff. Other information is also available, such as how much CPU and RAM is being utilized, which falls under performance. Interesting thing here, this is how, at least for my personal experience, I used it to find that there was a virus on my system, because the computer was slow, but I didn't do anything, like the storage wasn't full and stuff like that. So this is one of the ways to find out. You can access Task Manager by right clicking on the taskbar. Here, simple view, and you guys can see things, right? And you guys can see based on the CPU, a lot of time is CPU if a system is using. And if you see Amazon SSM agent, that is shows that this server we have, right? If I show you quickly, task, this shows that I have a Windows machine, or the server on TryHackMe is using Amazon AWS. Because if you expand, and I've shown you in previous one, a bunch of times you will see Amazon or AWS related prompts and things running in the background. So just an interesting concept you guys can check out. If you prefer, if you refer to this blog post for more detailed information about the task manager. So let's look what this guy has to tell us. How to Geeks, they have been putting a lot of things on. How to launch Task Manager, simple view, Task Manager tabs explained, managing processes, menu options, performance, consult app history, controlling menu. Okay, so good amount of topics discussed. I will drop this link. And probably I will put it in my Windows to do, so I can read through certain these ones which are important. If you wish to learn more about the core window processes and which each process is responsible for, core Windows processes room by TryHackMe. So this is an interesting one. I would love to do if it is not like super hard or something. This is an easy one. So this is what we can do, I think. And this is a premium one, so I can show you for free what things are there. This is a good one. Okay. Let me put it in my to-do or watch list. A save room. Yeah. Beautiful. What is the keyboard shortcut to Task Manager? Good call. I have no idea. So probably Control plus something. If I do Control plus T, no, well, never mind. I have to open a new keyboard one, on-screen keyboard. Oh, that's my bad. I saw it at such a nice time. Rover, Ben, my man, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you. Nice to see you after a long time. And thank you so much for the sub, man. You are the one keeping this channel alive, I believe. Thank you so much, man. Thank you again. You are the only one showering the money to me. Thank you so much, man. Woke up at 3:30, saw you were on, ran to the PC low. Oh boy. Yeah, no, thank you so much, man. It's actually good, like this room. Have you covered this TryHackMe room, like Windows one? Holy, so much good information. So much good information. Let me drop this. This is it's so crazy because I learned about NTFS, like the file system for the drives when I was creating this PC and stuff like that. I was like, holy, pre-security and 101. Oh, nice. Such a good one. I had no information about these. But yo, on the afternoon, Sunday, hope you're not busy. I'll be doing a chat with like couple of other guys too who wants to be part of a hacking group, so we can take part in future stuff. Oh, you are doing your Google certificate. Yeah, you mentioned in the Discord. Yeah, how is that going? Is that good? I've heard like good stuff about it, so it's pretty nice. And like you have to be available. Got the food, going home right now. Oh, nice, nice, Hyperion. But yo, I want to see you guys on Sunday, if possible, in the afternoon. My afternoon, which I don't know what will be the time, but my time is PST. Or like we can do like a Pacific time zone or whichever works for you guys. So because the reason for that is I want to create a hacking group which takes part in the CTF like competitions. We just learn, right? With the end goal of like winning DEF CON. How you guys like that idea? Will you be available for Sunday afternoon? Hopefully, and we can. It could be evening, morning, however it is. Let's do a poll in the Discord. But I want to do some hacking competitions, man. So much fun I have seen in those, and I want to do that. Like either that or together we are doing bug bounty and stuff. It'll be interesting. Will be so nice. Just couple of guys chilling and like banging our head in the wall. So hopefully you guys are available for that. What do you guys think? Oh, it's your dad's birthday. Happy birthday to him. It's all good. Like, if not this one, right? Like, yeah, I'll see you next Sunday. But I want to see you though. One of the Sundays. Or maybe other time on the weekend. Somebody's shouting. But yeah, hopefully, happy birthday to your dad, man. Let's go. Cheer. Oh, I cannot cheer my own. How is it? Happy birthday. Birthday? Birthday? No. Cake. Celebrate. I had. This is so stupid. What is a good one? Oh, yeah, party animal. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Well, celebrate together. We'll play video games together, I guess. But yo, especially Ben and you, Hyperion, you guys have to come soon. I would love to form a group with you guys. Such a good energy, man. Such a good energy. Yeah, and let's continue. So we were looking our last answer. We were looking at the last answer. What is the shortcut for the task manager? I want to find. Oh, Ben. Ben, you need to stop throwing money, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. He has given 14 gifted subs in this channel. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. No, but thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the support you are giving me. It's big. It's big. Okay. So, shortcuts, right? Shortcuts. Yeah. Thank you so much. But okay. So, we are talking about shortcuts. So, let's see. Shortcut. Key. So we have various, use sticky key, use toggle, use filter, task manager. Okay. Shortcut. Or shortcut like this. Use filters. Okay, color setting, theme settings, no. Contrast, display, closed captions, audio, nope, nothing. What would be a good find, how to find? Because I know there is this way to find shortcuts. Keyboard, edit, keyboard settings, keyboard focus, on key, So if I look at task manager or task manager, yeah. View resource task manager here. File, view, administrator, services. What is the way to find it? Open services. Let's see. Should be something like Control T. Make it a bigger. T. Task manager. Keyboard. Shortcut. Allow shortcut key. Task manager shortcut. Task manager. How about this? Shortcut task manager. Control Shift Escape. Control Shift and Escape. Okay. Is there a where can I see all the shortcuts in Windows? Okay, so keyboard shortcuts are keys combination, blah blah blah. Yes. What's that? I also like right clicking the start menu. Revert, see people using it. Never seen. Oh yeah, like start menu is here. I want to see the reason. Actually, I will tell you why shortcut keys for me is because since I started using Tmux, right, use of mouse has reduced so much, which is very interesting to me, and my productivity has increased a lot. Whoa, we got another family member. Hi, bro. Just started following you. Do you have any idea on to start OSCP or CPENT kind of certificate preparation video? Oh yeah, you would love to get off mouse too. Akash, thank you so much for follow. First thing, right? Actually, OSCP, I do have some really good resource, but I want to ask you first one thing. How much do you know about cybersecurity CTF challenges? How much you have done hack the box or let's say try hack me? I have to first ask this because then I can give you based on that information I can give you a better suggestion. But yeah, so we were looking into the behavior. Some shortcuts vary. For example, paste plain text. Okay. Press the key, control Copilot key. Can I see all task keyboard shortcuts in apps? Shortcuts for game bar, shortcuts in Microsoft, remote desktop shortcuts. Okay, I think I have to look later on a bit more on this. Do you guys know how to look for all the shortcuts in one? Okay, one thing, give me one second, Akash, I'll give you this. I want to do Control plus Shift plus ESC. Beautiful. This is done. Again, this is a generic overview of Windows operating system. There is intermediate and advanced topics for each topic task that has been covered in this room. Task 9 ended with a detailed blog post explaining Task Manager in great detail. In future modules, we'll cover topics like Windows Folder, the Management Console, security tools like Windows Defender, Firewall, etc. Name a few. So beautiful, we completed this. Hallelujah. I'll post this on my social media. Joining the league. Oh, nice. I like this. No. One second, Akash. I'll give you the answer, mate. Okay, let's see it. Not started yet, bro. Just theoretical and basic lab knowledge. I will say this then. So I'll give you a good idea. There is a very beautiful one I saw. OSCP path. So there is like couple of good ones. The best one is always on either on Reddit or on this medium. I think this is the same guy who I saw. Because I have another guy who is doing it, Rabbit. He's not here. He's also comes on YouTube. And you can do one more thing. I'll show you. I'll send you the Discord one because there I have some people who are doing it or have done it. So OSCP, I know one thing is basically you have to master certain concepts, right? You don't have to go over all the concepts. You have to look for certain concepts which they say, right, or they mention. And this guy, I like this one because he mentions exactly the rooms to look for a specific one. So for example, for Linux, these ones I did 2 weeks ago and I was working on over the wire on this. So this is a great blog, I guess. Let me quickly read for you. OSCP, path to OSCP. My goal is to get OSCP certification in a year's time. I think similar for you, right? So try hack me, HDB, Linux and Windows privilege escalation, PWK when done with PWK lab. Is the gold standard I would like to advise. So this is a good one. I think these post. Structured plan to get OSCP. I haven't touched eGPT or this. I can give you some pointers. Are good for practicing, right? One thing I will say, tell everyone, right? Get used to if for OSCP or any certificate or even hacking in general, get used to CFT challenges, CTF challenges if you are starting. In the starting, that's the best one. Well thought for. So I think this is a good one with good amount of upvotes, 9 upvotes and stuff. Okay. So I'll give you this path. Have a look at this. And there is one specific one I remember looking and I thought, you know what? That was a great resource. Operation path. Or use also certification bar. Okay. Resources. Road. OSCP resources. At 28, I began my journey in professional IT. Leading up to, I've obtained this security one, blah blah blah. I began looking for TSM offered, and okay, they're just a very generic one, not a good one. Okay, let's see. OSCP preparation guide. Welcome to the ultimate OSCP preparation guide. This repository is a comprehensive resource designed to help you prepare for the OSCP certification exam, whether you are just starting your journey in penetration testing, so for us, right, or a seasoned security professional. The guys offer a structured, actionable content to help you succeed. Okay, that's great. And he has Git books and all those, so nice. Aspiring OSCP certificates, right, candidates and stuff. So foundational. So start with the syllabus, practice methodically, master core skills, prepare, contribute. Okay, so syllabus, tools, let's look at this, labs, notes, resources, practice boxes too, especially. Okay, so we have Nmap, Nikto, Dirbuster, GoBuster, Enum for Linux, SMB client, Netcat, NetDiscover, WhatWeb. WhatWeb I have never used, so that will be good, and NetDiscover. Metasploit, SQL Map good, Hydra amazing, John the Ripper good, Mimicat good, MSF Venom amazing, again Metasploit. Responder, Empire, don't know about this. Netcat, PowerSploit good. Don't know about this. PowerShell Empire. So what is a web shell that allows remote access and manipulation compromised web servers? Yeah, I think this is LinPiece is good. LinNM, these are good. Fat Rat, tool for creating various malicious payloads that can include reverse shell, trojans, and more. Okay, this is a great one, lad. This is a good one. Hyperion, you have done OSCP. Can you provide let me post this one. Akash, scratch all the other ones. Scratch all the other ones. Look at this one. Look at this one, bro. Look at this one. This guy has done a good job, Ellen. No problem. Let's have a look more into this though. PWK Labs overview. Hack the box. Try hack me. OneHub. I'll tell you this. So if you don't want to pay for premium subscription for Hack the Box and Try hack me, OneHub is great. And I know OneHub actually has. If you go on OneHub OSCP boxes. There is a guy who wrote specifically about OneHub OSCP. So here, amazing list of 24 OneHub machines for OSCP. Qioptics I have done, amazing. Both are amazing. So have a look at this one. So if you don't want to pay for anything, right? Have a look at this too. So these will help, of course, because if it just in case, right? Because there are a lot of good premium ones, including Linux fundamentals on TryHackMe, which is paid. At least Linux should be free, I will say. Metasploitable 2. Okay, vulnerable. Yeah, nice. Damn vulnerable web application. I think I have done this one, if I'm not wrong. Maybe something similar. Okay, so we have OneHub and study resources, web application hackers handbook 2. This is, I believe, from Hack the Box. Hacker 1. I think Hacker 1 guy did it. No? Okay, it's not available, which is fine. Let me open this again. Penetration testing, a hands-on penetration testing blueprint, art of a human exploitation. These are a lot of books. I will say good books where you probably don't have to go through all of these. So just probably, yeah. Have a look at the one I shared, and I will also put this on my star list, which I think is a great resource. How many stars it got? 312 stars and some forks too. So this is a good one. That 312 stars is a big number. Especially for GitHub is a big number. It's like almost millions for Instagram. Great work. Hopefully this helps, because one other thing I will tell you, Akash. Do not look 20 different places. Just 2-3 things that pop it up like here. That's good enough, and just focus. Start working. So we completed this, so that's good. We completed this one room. And what do we have here? Try hack me. Windows fundamentals. I'll close all those. But so, okay, we covered Windows Fundamental 1. I'll release some notes. I will take some notes over the weekend and release them later. But I think I can close this. Terminate, yeah. So in Windows Fundamental 1, we learned a bunch of good things. In this one, we'll learn about system configuration, general on boot and all those stuff, I guess. Startup apps, which start when you start the machine. Change UAC settings, user access control, nice. Computer management regarding resources, I believe. System tools, storage, services, and application, nice. System information MS Info 32 tool to get you hardware components and system environment information. Resource monitor. So learning about task manager. The link I posted earlier, right? That one will have from How to Geeks. Command prompt, again, big guy, massive big guy. Registry editor. Registry editor is like a very important one. I'll tell you why, because when we were doing Advent of Cyber, right, in December, lot of registry related information. So that's what we'll cover next on Monday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's stream. A big thanks to, again, right, Ben Rover here for the subs. Snooze this again last time. A big thanks to my man Rover here. Please everyone say thanks to Rover, right? He has been supporting the stream a lot. And also to Hyper-E and Akash for all the messages, right? Monday I'll come, but on Sunday I will come. Do this. I would love if you can do that. This quickly for me. Go on Reddit. I have the Censored Hacker one, right? Every week on Sunday I'll come for a couple of an hour or so in the Sunday afternoon. Talk about latest things people have posted or want to talk about in cybersecurity, AI, or technology in general, or anything. So do post about them. Let me know if you want me to read or review anything or share some information with everyone else. Till then, thank you so much. This was your great old or the new blood on the street in the security hood. Other people have neighborhood, we have security hood or hackers hood, HH. This is your captain of Hackerhood, Censored Hacker. Thank you everyone. Have a great weekend. Have an amazing Friday night or Saturday morning, whichever it is. Thank you so much. Have a great one, and I'll see you on Monday or Sunday actually. And don't forget to join the Discord. Thank you. Bye. Bye everyone. Thank you. Love you. Stay safe and enjoy a great weekend. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve it big time. And I'll post this Discord for you. Thank you lads. Have a good one. Bye bye. Radhe Radhe.